Okay. And I will take one extra class of yours. Okay. For the national income chapter. Okay. So that I'll just give you an overlay. Okay. So don't worry about the things. I like whatever. Like, is there anything it's coming in an exam which we did? No,
No,
nothing.
ma'am, just in the Indian Echo, the first chapter, and
From Indian Eco, what's coming? Like, what is the syllabus for that?
ma'am didn't start teaching.
Not audible, Sana.
Ma'am didn't start teaching, but then I guess it's coming. She'll just start now, ma'am.
Okay, the national income.
No, ma'am, the Indian Economic first chapter.
Okay, so that will come, I think, na.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so try to do like whatever chapters we did, try to score well in that chapter, right? Because
Okay.
of course, we cannot help out the other things, but yeah, at least try to do the things over there. Yeah, and no need to worry about this because what matters is the final exam result, like the boards on the pre-boards. So before that pre-boards, we'll be able to cover things. So no need to worry. Like whatever you know, just give the example, like give the things, give your 100%. Rest leave it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. So now this is your unit number 3, which is determination of income and employment, right? So over here, this is what we are going to study, and in this unit you will have 3 chapters. Okay. So agree. So this is the syllabus for this unit. Okay, you can quickly write it down. So we will learn about aggregate demand and its component. Then propensity to consume and propensity to save, which is average and marginal. Then short-term equilibrium output, investment multiplier, mechanism like the money multiplier we did in 11th class, if you people remember. Not with me. I hope you did this in 11th class. Money multiplier,
Yes, ma'am.
remember?
Yes,
No?
ma'am.
Because sometimes I cannot point you people out because I cannot say that I taught you in the 11th class. So yeah, there was a money multiplier in money and banking unit, right? That for example, you are depositing 1000 rupees, so it will be somewhere doubled. So okay. So Madhi, where were you in the previous class?
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I had extra classes in school. They started extra classes for us. And
Okay.
because our exams are starting from 25th,
Hmm.
like they're gonna eat 12th head. I don't know. Oh Lord. And the new principal is another crackhead.
Okay. So is it there is any clash or something?
No, ma'am. They started. I'll just manage. It's fine.
Okay,
Like,
manage it because we want good marks, right?
yeah.
So somewhere you have to work hard. You have to manage things because we don't have any option. So today I'm starting the unit, the fresh unit. So I am expecting for this entire unit you will be present every day. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
No
ma'am.
matter whether you are traveling, just put on your earphones and listen to it. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
So for this unit, this is very important because this unit is for 12 marks. So 12 marks out
Oh,
of 40.
so, and this mark, this chapter, she just, my class teacher just told about it day before yesterday.
It
Ma'am,
is
is it
related.
money and banking? Is it money and banking?
Money and banking. Money and banking is in, yeah, money and banking is it now? We did this. I was teaching. Money and
Oh,
banking we already did,
oh,
na?
no, no, ma'am, which chapter is this?
This is this. A determination of income and employment.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, ma'am, we just had a revision of this before 2 days.
Yes, because this is the highest one. You can see the,
Mm,
see, 12
12
marks.
marks.
So don't absent, be regular students. It's
Yeah,
for everyone. Sanya, Halima, you people are regular, so no complaints. But for Mahadi,
yeah,
you are not going to absent any class for this. Okay?
yeah.
Okay. So basically, under this unit,
No,
we
ma'am.
will have 3 chapters. Okay. So first you will write the syllabus quickly. Just be very quick because we are already late and just try to join on time, students. 5 minutes are okay, but not more than that. Like just make sure that you are joining within 5 minutes. Okay. So quickly just write this unit number 3. Just write over here macroeconomics. Okay. Leave 2 pages or one page. Okay. And after that, why I'm asking you to leave one page? Because we need to add on things. Okay. For that chapter. Few add-on things, but and after that write macroeconomics unit 3, the unit name and the syllabus quickly within 5 minutes.
Ma'am, I guess you have checked the chapters I have sent you, which are gonna come for this terminal exam.
Yes, Madhi, I saw it. Wait. Yes. So basically, this unit is coming determination of income employment, right? Money and banking we have already done. Indian
Yeah.
economy we have done two chapters, though we have not completed it. But why they are giving you the full Indian eco? Like,
Ma'am, I have no idea. These people are crazy, ma'am, at some point. And ma'am, I have given you the exam pattern too. It's like around 24 marks of 1 mark
hmm,
and those 5 marks and other stuff.
yes, 80 marks is it? When you have your exam, Madhi, it's on.
Just a minute, I'll check. Uh, Ma'am, economics is on 29th. Oh, 29th, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll just try because of course we'll be done till 29th, we'll be done with this unit. So
Yeah.
whatever we have done, because we like for Indian eco, you will not get anything, right? Because we have only covered the first one. So, but you like for this macro, you can score 40 on 40.
Ma'am, I just need to get at least passing mark for now because just after holidays I haven't prepared everything. So
Hmm.
minimum I need to get my morals. These teachers are already crazy.
Okay. So see, just see if you will be regular for this unit, now you can score 12,
Um,
right? And somewhere
yeah.
I think I taught you money and banking in a good way. So money and
Ma'am,
banking.
I'm good in mugging up so I can learn how much ever I can, but this equations and all, I'm just gonna leave it for this exam at least, ma'am.
Okay. So here you will get 30%. So you can go for money and banking. Theory,
Ye-
theory, theory, theory,
Yeah,
theory.
ma'am,
Money, the entire theory, the only one concept is numerical. And that is also easy. Plus banking, everything. Like there is high chances you won't be getting any numerical from banking. You will only get the 30%, which is like
Ma'am,
how to
can you
control
do me
credit.
a small favor? Like, from these all chapters, can you make a small group, like a group of some questions which is important in your point of view, so that I can learn it. So if it comes, I won't miss it.
Okay, sure. So, Amadi, what we will do, I'll take your one extra class. Okay.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
And
Thank you so
over
much, ma'am.
there, I'll just give you the brief things about these two chapters. Okay,
Okay,
first. Plus, I'll just share you the questions for the rest chapters. Okay.
okay,
So I'll
sure.
just explain you the questions in that because I cannot explain the entire chapter in
Yeah,
one
yeah,
class.
obviously.
Right.
Yeah,
But I'll just give you the questions so that you can prepare yourself accordingly.
sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you
But
so much.
make sure for determine for the end, like from today onwards, you are not missing any class.
No, no, ma'am, I won't
Take
miss.
proper notes for this chapter.
Yeah,
Okay. You will get good marks if you will do this chapter plus the money and banking. And of course, I'll just share the questions. So at least you'll get the passing marks.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. So let the write the syllabus and let me know once you all are done. Be very quick because we need to cover things.
Done.
Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, good. So let's just start with the chapter. Okay, this is your unit determination of income and employment, right? So over here, as I discussed, that we'll be getting three chapters. So this is this aggregate demand and aggregate supply and related concept, then income determination and multiplier, then excess demand and the deficit demand. So first you will write chapter, just write chapter and write this. So aggregate demand and aggregate supply and related concept. Clear? Quickly. The first heading should be this. Then we'll start.
Written.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Mazi done?
Yeah, ma'am, done.
Okay. Now be very peculiar about the things, students. So first is, ma'am, what is the meaning of aggregate demand? See, aggregate demand is also known as aggregate expenditure. Ma'am, why? Why so? Why it is known as aggregate expenditure? So the reason is, the people who are demanding, right? They have that money. Only then they are, only because of that money they are demanding. So if they will demand, then they are going to spend. So that is expenditure, right? So that's why either you can say money, it's aggregate demand or the expenditure. Because if you are demanding, for example, if you have a chocolate which is for 10 rupees. If I'm demanding 5 chocolates, my demand is 5 chocolates. So somewhere I'm going to spend 50 rupees. So 50 rupees is equals to 5 chocolates, right? Clear? So either you can say aggregate demand or you can say aggregate expenditure. The both are the same thing. Why? Because the people who are demanding, they are going to spend, they are going to do the expenditure. So that's why it is also known as aggregate expenditure. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Halima, clear?
Yes.
Madi? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Now, aggregate demand. What is aggregate demand? So, aggregate demand refers to total demand for final goods and services in an economy during the accounting year. So, accounting year is the year like the fiscal year. Okay. So, how many people are demanding? That is known as aggregate demand. Aggregate means A for aggregate and A for addition. Okay. So, for example, this is class A. This is my batch 1. This is batch 2. And this is batch 3. I ask for how many people need notes. Okay, so here said 2 students say, ma'am, we want. Here 1 student said, here 3 students said. Then, ma'am, we want notes. Okay, so if I'll combine it, 2 plus 1 plus 3, it is 6. So this is my AD, which is aggregate demand. I just sum up all the demands and then I made that, okay, 6 people need notes. So this is my aggregate demand. So what is aggregate demand? Aggregate demand refers to total demand. See, it is the total demand, right? So total demand for final goods. Just remember one thing, we did raw material and the final goods, the finished good, right? So it's for final good. It's not for the raw material. Okay. So for final goods and services in an economy during an accounting year, it is known as aggregate demand. Now, it is aggregate or total expenditure. See, it is an aggregate or total expenditure. It is aggregate expenditure or total expenditure on final goods and services in an economy. So it is basically the total expenditure on goods and services. Then if people tend to spend more than what they were spending in goods and services earlier, it means rise in aggregate demand and vice versa. See, if earlier, here, this was like 2, 1 and 5, 3. Okay. Now it is like 3, 2 and 3. So earlier it was 6. Your AD was 6. And now your AD is 3, 6, 7, 8. So you can see your aggregate demand is increasing. For example, the one for one note it is 10 rupees. So here it is you were getting 60. This is your expenditure. Okay, and over here it is 8. So it is 8. Right? So you can see earlier it was 6, 6. Now your aggregate demand rises. So you can say that because of aggregate demand, because your aggregate demand increases, that means your expenditure will also increase. So it was 60, now it is 80. Or it can be opposite. If your expenditure is increasing, right? Earlier it was 60, now it is 80. So you can also say that, ma'am, because my expenditure is increasing, that means my aggregate demand will also increase. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes.
somewhere aggregate demand and expenditure are related. If your aggregate demand will increase, that means your expenditure is also increasing. If your expenditure is increasing, that you can say your aggregate demand is also increasing. Next, AD is related to level of income you have. See, yeah, just erase this. Sorry. Okay. AD is related to income. For example, this is chocolate. This is for 10 rupees. This is the person A. This is person B. He has 20 rupees with him, right? He has 50 rupees. So he will take 2 chocolate, but this person will take 5 chocolate, right? So AD is depending. This person will demand for 2 chocolate, but this person will demand for 5 chocolate. So AD depends on income as well, right? If your income is more, you will be demanding more. But if your income is less, you will be demanding less. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope with expenditure you are clear, plus with the income you are clear, right? Now, there was a person, see, every time there is a scholar or something, the person who is Keynes, okay, according to him, aggregate demands is something unique. So he said, aggregate demands, he gave the definition of aggregate demand, and he said, aggregate demand refers to total amount of money which the buyer are ready to spend on a purchase of goods and services produced in an economy during a given period. So he said, aggregate demand is that money which producer are willing to give, okay, or willing to spend on the product that they wants to buy, goods and services. So he said aggregate demand is the money, right? For example, if this person has 550 rupees, so this is the aggregate demand, right? That with 50 rupees he'll be demanding. So the Keen said aggregate demand refers to total amount of money which the buyers are ready to spend on purchase of goods and services produced in an economy during a given period of time. Okay, or you can get the one word like this as well. Who said that aggregate demand refers to total amount of money? So who compared aggregate demand with the money? So it was Keynes who compared aggregate demand with the money. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Very good. So first of all, you'll write it down. Okay. First, you'll put the heading. A meaning of aggregate demand slash aggregate expenditure. Then these 4 points. So if someone will ask you explain expenditure aggregate demand, you have to write all the 4.
Done, ma'am.
We should write a last para also in terms of keys.
Yes, this one also. Okay, you will underline keys. Okay, and you can write these things in inverted comma from here.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Halima, done?
Done.
Okay, good. Now see, relationship of aggregate demand with income. Okay, so we'll just explain. If you don't have your scale and pencil, once I'll explain it, you have to bring that because you are going to draw this graph. In this chapter, you are going to draw graphs, numerical, theory, and concept. So be ready for everything. Okay. So relationship of aggregate demand with national income, with the income level. So there is a positive relationship between AD. AD is aggregate demand and income level, right? That is aggregate demand increases with rise in income level. Okay, and then you will write and AD falls with fall in income. Okay, clear? Right? So there is a
Yeah.
positive relationship. If your income will rise, of course your demand will be rising. If your income will fall, then your demand will be fall. Okay. Then the curve shows positive relationship between the income. Then you will draw the graph like this. This is a graph of yours. Okay. And this is basically the point which will be given. Okay. If your income is rising, this is your income. Y is represented for income. From Y to Y1, your income is rising, right? So what is happening? Your demand is also increasing from Q to Q1. Dash, dash, dash. And similarly, if your income is decreasing from Y to Y2, then it from Q to Q2, it will decrease. Dash, dash, dash. Can anyone tell me why this graph is not like this? Like from here. Why from here? Anyone, any guess? No?
Because the demand is never in the zero. Whatever.
Very good. Good, Madhi. You are learning in your school, maybe. Yes. Because see, demand can never be zero. See, if you are not earning, your income is zero, but still you will not stop consuming them. Either you will borrow it from someone, you will demand. So your demand can never be zero. Though your income can be zero, but your demand can never be zero. That's why you are not going to start it from zero. You can start it from here, 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 anywhere, but not from zero. And you will write the reason that why? Because demand can never be zero. Clear?
Clear.
Guys? Sana clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So the curve shows positive relationship between income and AD, positive relation, right? So why it is positive relation? Because if this is increasing, this is also increasing. If this is decreasing, so this is a positive relation. Negative is one is increasing, other is decreasing, the opposite. Okay. So see here, this is important because after looking at your this graph, your examiner will not get anything. You have to explain what this graph is all about. So you will write like this, that as income rises, okay, from OY to OU. See, from OY to OY1, okay. AD rises from, your AD is rising from OQ to OQ1, okay. And then you will write the third point, as income falls from where? As your income falls from OY to OY2. Okay. From OY to OY2. Okay. What will happen? Your demand will also fall from OQ to OQ2. Clear? So your demand will same. Your demand will fall from OQ to OQ2. Is it fine? No, yes, maybe.
That Q feels like O.
This.
I say that Q feels like O. And that by it's not that visible.
Okay, okay. Wait. See, this is generally you have to write it down. The same thing. This is Y. This is O and Q. This is OQ. Okay, you can make your own. Why I have left this space now? Because I want you people to try. That's why. Okay. You will use the first one, but the second statement you will make on your own. Clear?
Okay.
So I'm just erasing it so that you people, and then I'll ask you people what you wrote. So I'm just explaining it again. Just listen to it very carefully. See, from here, what is happening? From OY, okay, from OY, it is shifting to OY dash, Y1, okay. Because of this, what is happening? From OQ, it is shifting to OQ1, right? So OQ1. So similarly, if it is like OY, it is shifting to OY2. Okay, so OY2. Here, what is happening? OQ will be same. It is shifting to OQ2. OQ2. Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you can make it on your own.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
third one, you'll make it on your own. Then I'll ask anyone random. So first you will write this relationship of aggregate demand with national income. There is a positive relationship between AD and this. As aggregate demand increases with rise in income and aggregate demand falls with fall in income. Okay. Quickly write it down and just draw this diagram. Just write everything. Y1. Here you have to mention this is income, aggregate demand. Then this pink one you will be making it darker so that you can get to know. And similarly the dotted one. You will use your scale pencil in a proper way. You will draw the diagram. Okay.
Teacher, after that you wrote it black line. That what is fall in? I can't read it clearly.
Okay, wait. See this. You have written till here.
Yes.
It is and aggregate demands falls with fall in income level. Yes, same this line, but you have to write here fall with fall. Okay, is it clear, Halima?
I'm saying that the other and AD falls with fall in.
Yes, yes, this
Okay.
one, na? Yes, this is what I've written. And AD falls with fall in income level. So what
Okay.
over here you have written aggregate demand, which is AD. Okay, increases with rise in income. So opposite line you will write aggregate demand falls with fall in income level. Clear?
Clear. And the graph you have to draw after this.
Yes. Graph, the proper graph.
Done, ma'am.
Students done?
Done, ma'am.
Halima and Bhati done?
Yeah,
Done.
ma'am. Done.
Good. Hmm. See, now similarly, we were done with the things like we related it with price. Sorry, income. But now we will relate aggregate demand with the price. Okay. So relationship between aggregate demand and price. Okay. So there is a negative relation. So negative relation, you already know, if price will be increasing, demand will be falling down. If price will be falling down, demand will be increased. Right? So there is a negative relationship between aggregate demand and this level of income. Sorry, price level. So aggregate demand fall with increase in general price level and vice versa. So aggregate demand falls when there is increase in general price, and instead of writing vice versa, you will write I'm just writing aggregate demands increases when there is fall in general price. When there is fall in general price or fall in price. Clear? And then you will draw the graph, and after that you will write these 2 points. Okay? The graph is like this. You can see that it is a negative thing. So that's why it is downward sloping. There it was a positive thing, right? So it was upward. When you do things correctly, then you get like this. But when you do things wrongly, like you get this. So when it is negative, it will downward. When it is positive, it will be upward. Right? Clear?
Got it.
Yes. So it is overhead, same thing. This is your price and this is your AD, right? So if your price will increase, right, what will happen? Your demand will decrease. You can say, right? So your demand will decrease. When your price will decrease, then your demand will increase, right? So the first thing about this graph is that the curve shows negative relationship between price and AD, and as price rises from OP to OP1, right? OP to OP1, right? AD falls from OQ to OQ1, and vice versa. You will write the other statement from OP to OP2. If price falls, then your demand increases from OQ to OQ2. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Got it.
girls.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so you will
ma'am.
write hashtag relationship between aggregate demand and price level, and then this, then graph, then these 2 points.
Teacher, we wrote that relationship earlier also, so we could start from there is a negative relation.
Yes, basically that was for income, right? Got it? That was for income, right? This relationship between aggregate demand and income. This is for Halima. This is for
Price.
yes. So over that was
They
a
are two
positive.
different things.
Yes. Price is, for example, this is a price 10 rupees, 20 rupees, but income is your salary, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Got
Wait,
it.
wait. I'll just explain. See, students, don't get confused. Don't get confused. Wait. See, we have two things. One is your income, which is your salary. Okay, matlab how much money you are getting. Okay, and other is your price. Okay, so price you already know. Like maybe for this pen, this is for 10 rupees, 20 rupees, like this. So see, demand. So when your when your income is increasing, your income was 10 rupees, but now for 10 rupees, you are demanding 2 chocolates. Okay, but now your income is 20 rupees. So you will demand 4 chocolates. So if your income will increase, your demand will also increase. Is it now? Yes, Alima?
Yes, ma'am.
But for
Yes.
price, it is opposite. This is, you can say positive one. Why, ma'am, positive? Because if income is increasing, demand is also increasing. Income is going down, demand is also going down. But for price, for example, the price is rupees 10. Okay, so you were demanding 2 chocolates. But now the price is 40 rupees. So you will demand only 1 chocolate, right? Because the price increased, right? So for price, When price increase, your demand gets decreased. So that is a negative relation. Negative means one is going up, price is going up. If price will increase, your demand will fall. If price will fall down, then your demand will increase. Like it is 10 rupees, but you are demanding 2. But now if I'll keep the price 5 rupees, then you will demand 3 because the price fall down. Clear? So positive
Yeah.
relation and negative. The graph was like this. Over here, the graph is like this. Negative is slope. Why? Because there is a negative relation, downward slope. Clear? You have to remember the graph, students. That's why I'm just asking you to make it in a good way. If I'll ask you what is the graph for income and demand, so you should remember this, ma'am. That it look like this. If I'll ask you what is the graph for price and demand, you should remember, ma'am. It was like that. So you should learn everything on your fingertips. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So you can write it down. Hashtag relationship between aggregate demand and price level. So there is a negative relationship and this, and the graph, and then the 2 points.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Girls, you are done?
Giraffe, I'm doing.
Okay, okay. Okay, Madhi, you are done, so you can leave. Okay? And revise the things on daily basis. Okay? Okay, Madhi?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Okay, Sana, you are also done?